This is the Daily Paycheck here on Casino Gaming TV. I'm John from ProCrafts. We're running this show here with two main goals. Number one, we're building a master bankroll. We started with $10,000. We're looking to build it up to $100,000 in small increments. We're looking to buy in for about 10, 20% every day with a win goal of 10% or more every day. Ideally, we get a 70% plus win rate along the way. The big idea here is to increase that master bankroll as we go with those little wins and have bigger and bigger buy-ins with bigger and bigger bets and of course, bigger and bigger wins. It's gonna be an exercise in extreme discipline. Winning a small amount each day and tacking that onto the master bankroll is gonna be really tough, but I think if we do that versus going for home runs all the time, we're gonna have a nice, consistent win rate. The second major goal that we have is strategy testing. And what I want to find out is, can a strategy or a betting pattern be trusted to earn a consistent daily paycheck? In other words, can it survive a full month of simulated play? I'm going to go live every day for 4 weeks, Monday through Friday, 20 days, like I'm doing it for real, right? There's no camera tricks. There's no editing. There's no stop and tape. There's no BS. There's just flat out nowhere to hide. I'm going to do this live every day. What we want to see is, how do the strategies perform under actual pressure, under the actual quote unquote law of big numbers, and over time, how do they respond? It's easy to win in the short term. It's tough to win consistently over a long period of time. So with all that said, let's round up and get to today's daily paycheck. All right, good morning, folks, and welcome in. Here we go. It is, I don't know what it is, day 9 or day 8, I guess, of this strategy officially. We're like 6-2 or 5-2, something like that. Let me actually change the screen here so you can see where we are. That's the overall stats. Let me go over here and pick the drawdown out of this thing. That's from the bank. We are 6-2, up about $2,000. It looks like that's okay. I'll take that result. It was actually 7-2 in testing week, so it's actually doing better than even it looks like here. But it's a bitch. This is a tough strategy. So I'm going to show you how it works, and we'll see if we can keep the luck streak going. So here's how it plays out. It's a drawdown. I call it the Dallas Drawdown because everything's bigger in Texas. We go big out of the gate, okay? Let me show it to you at, let's see, what level should I, let's show you the 640 level today. All this really is 4 units per number. Okay, so 4 greens on the 10, the 9, the 5, and the 4. And on the 6 and 8, 4 units looks like this. It's gonna be 120. Okay, so I'll spread them out so you can see them nice and easy. Okay, there's their starting 640 across. And what you do, we're gonna take 3 hits. Okay, ideally at least 2, but maybe 3. Here we go. Let's take this. Let's get a 10. Doesn't matter. That's gonna pay $200. Okay, we take $200 off the 10, and we take half our bets down. We draw down by half our bets. And what the dealers will do is just they'll give you half. They'll take the rest of it and split it between what's left. These will go to $60 each, like so, from 640 to 320 in one shot. Now, on the bankroll side of things, there's $300. There's $1, 2, 3, 4, $500 and change back in your rack after the first hit. You're out for 640. You're in for basically 520, which means you're out here for about $120 in risk left on the table, which is great. Okay. We get something else. Come on, give me anything but not a 7. I want to show you what actually happens when you get a number. 6. Okay, 6 comes. That'll pay $70. We can do 75 for 5. Okay. Again, draw it down. Split your numbers. 1, 2. These split up. Nice and easy. Okay. Those reds become actually a quarter. And if we look where we are, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. I'll put $50 out there. There's 650, 640 that you started with. $100 in locked profit, 160 across. So after that second hit, if you wanted to walk away, you're out with 150 plus in profit, or 250 plus in profit. Not bad for 2 hits. if you want to keep playing, your money's back in your rack. You've got some profit locked up to go home with, and you're playing at a great level at 160 across, which is pretty nice. You can play this out. You can take one more hit at $35 on something, lock up, whatever that is, 135. Still at 160 out here, you're up to about $300 in profit, and you can walk away. That's actually a pretty stout little strategy right there. Now, it's risky as all get out. Going out there with 640 across to start is no small feat, number one. It's going to give you the agita, number two, and it's high level of risk, right? You throw a come out 7, you're done. You're done for the day. I've done that twice now. My 2 losses are both come out 7s. What are you going to do? Recovery plan as yet to be determined. How are we going to recover solidly from the strategy? So we don't know. We're going to get live here and start rolling out. I'm going to turn the vertical feed on so that our other YouTube friends that are watching on their phones can join us. Where is my mouse? There we go. Give me a second to get that feed going here. We'll start that up. And let's see, go live. Make sure that they are working. Here we go. They're going live. Probably should have started that earlier, but I don't think that the vertical feed thing loves so much to see all the explanation things. I'm trying to like work the right metric here in terms of who sees what, right? And where the best traffic for us is. Anyway, here we go. We got the puck's going to be off. I'm going to run out here at 1,200. I got a $3,000 bankroll. We're going to do 1,200 across. There's 1,000 in the front part of my rack plus 2. Okay, let's get it going. The way we do it at 1,200 across is a little different than what I showed you. It's going to be 300, 6 and 8, 255 and 9. That's $1,100 on the inside. Okay. We're only going to draw down when I do it at this level, just the insides. The 4s and 10s will stay at their $50 level until we get down to the last roll. We will do a sister press and collect on the 4 and 10. Everything else, the insides get the drawdown. And with all that said, here we go. First roll of the day. Like, I literally woke up 10 minutes ago. So let's see if we can't get this thing rolling here and get going. Before I do though, who's here? We got, let's see, Randy's here. Duracell, of course, is here. Love you, Duracell. I saw your comment on Joe's show. You got to join the tournament. I've seen you throw. I want to see you throw against everybody. And let's see, Ron was first today, it looks like. Wow, Louis here again. Love you, Louis. There was a question I saw that I wanted to get to. Arcadie's having a hard time getting through the Grafstein book. It's a good book. Again, those older books are a different kind of read, right? They read different than a more modern book because they're right. It's like they were sitting on a couch or something and were dictating to somebody and they like wrote every word. So they read in a different voice, I guess. Anyway, here we go. Puck's off, coming out. Oh my God, I hate this part. I hate the first throw of the day. It's always so nerve-wracking. Here we go, coming out. There they are. It is a 6 and a 1, and there it is again, right? That's it. That's the whole show. Bye-bye. That's our second loss of the week. Now we're gonna do the recovery plan today. 617, we lose the whole thing on the come out. What I'm gonna do is this. We're gonna pull the bets and make a decision here. Okay. I'll log the loss as $1,200 because that's what I've been doing that this entire time, right? What do we do though as a recovery plan? I keep coming back to this thing, right? The recovery plan on this thing is a tough one because we should be using our whole bankroll. The whole idea here is we brought the bankroll to use the bankroll, come back out and play, right? That should be the thing. Instead of just going $1,200 and thinking, oh, that's it, right? I should have just brought $1,200, okay? So let's go back out again at the same level, and we'll take a $1,200 loss, a $1,200 shot. If it doesn't work, we'll go out for $640, and the last one we'll get 3 cracks at it. And we'll see if we can't rebuild ourselves here as a recovery. And I think I need an extra 2. Let's go. This is the risk, right? It's definitely a YOLO strategy. You're definitely going out here, and you're like, well, I'm either going to make money today or I'm going to lose my goal, my bankroll today. There's no in between on this one. So let's go ahead and see if we can pull it off here. Okay, there's our come out 7. That sucks. Always a bitch, man. The strategy's always a bitch. Playing it like this. Here we go. Drawdown is its own recovery plan. It is kind of, right? I think this thing will recover, but you can't have what's going to happen here. What's going to probably happen when I do this is this come out 7. Mark the point. Why do we keep doing that? Here's the reason why. I explained it last week, but for everybody else, there's a definite reason for doing this. I don't normally recommend working the come out. Okay. What I say is this: if you're going to only take one loss, like if your plan was, I went out there for $1,200, I'm going to take one throw. If I get it, I'm good. If I don't get it, I'm going home. Then you may as well work the come out. It doesn't make a difference. If you're going to do what I'm going to do right now, which is try and recover and play it again, you run the risk of having 5 7s in a row and you're going to get destroyed, right? That's when you don't work the come out. If you're really just going to take one shot, it doesn't matter when that shot is. It could be on roll 10, 12, 3, 2, or 1. Doesn't matter. But if you're going to keep on playing, this is where you get into trouble. There's a definite reason why. So there it is. And that's coming to you from somebody who does not like to work the come out. I'm working it on this strategy, and there's a definite reason for it. Here we go. Coming out again. Different dice set. We got a 5, 4, 1. Let's see if we can't get our money back here and play strong. 4, 1, 5. That's going to be right there. All right, that'll pay $350 coming out. So $350. We'll draw down the insides by half. Let's see, that goes there. That goes there. All right, and that brings back 900 to the rack. We'll have 550 inside. So there's we have 7, 6. There's 1,000. So the rack now has 1,500 in it, and there's 650 out there. So we got back part of our loss, which is cool. We have to do this a couple times here to recover the loss, which makes it very difficult to pull the comeback off. But let's do it. We're going to go ahead and draw down, play it out, and we'll do it again. And we're just going to repeat the process here. See if we can't make it work out. There's a 5 is the point. Let's go. 5 is. Let's go, dude. That is going to be an 8. 6, 2, 8, easy 8. I'll pay $175. Okay, and now we come back down one more time. We're going to be here. We're going to be at 270 across. It looks like green chips on the insides, like so. I'll take a quarter. I'll get nickels. And there we go. We're 220 inside, 25 on the 4 and 10. There is 300. 400, 550 coming back to the rack. That makes the rack have $2,000 in it. Okay, so I've got $2,000 back in the rack. I start with 3. I got $2,000 back plus $55 in profit. Now, if I was playing this for real, like the actual, if we didn't throw the come out 7, we'd be at our $500 in profit right now. We'd be done and gone for the day, but we're not. So here we go. We need roll 3. Roll 3 here is going to get us to where we can play. And then off we go. Here we are. That looks like a 9. That was a beautiful throw. 6, 3, 9. I'm telling you, my throw is getting better. It's getting better. Some days I feel like maybe not, but some days when I concentrate, looks good. All right, 9. $70. We'll pay 75. 4, 5 out of the rack. And my final drawdown. We're going to come take this down, and we're going to go to 160 across, and we're going to stay there and play her out. There's $200 in greens coming back. Plus 55. Now, here we go. Where are we at, right? We lost coming out, which sucked. I got $1,200 or $2,200 back in the rack after the initial beatdown. 160 out there. Plus 55 here. So I'm $200 in action. I'm down $600 off the initial. So I got back half what we lost. Now we're just going to play this hand out, repeat the process. If I can do it twice, we'll be okay. Here we go. Maybe this little run out here will turn into something for us. Who knows? Here we go. So Louis, I'm gonna come back at you with something here in a minute. Let me do this throw. I'm gonna give you an idea. Hold on. We got a 5, 4, and 5. I was thinking about this. And I'm going to talk about this on the coffee run today. Here's a 4-1-5. 4 and a 1. Okay. Did that go in or not? There it is, 4-1-5. That's the point. Yay. By the way, I needed a quarter on that. What a dumbass. I got the wrong color chip out there. That pays $35. I'm just going to go to 35 with it. Bring my quarter. Anyway, talking about bet leveling, right? This is a big deal, right? The bet leveling is interesting because at $3,000 a day, right? You could go out there actually at 2,400 across, double everything up, do the drawdown, make $1,000 or lose 3. I'm making 500 or losing 1,200, right? And it's like, do you use the whole bankroll for the one shot, like I'm suggesting in that example, or what you're suggesting, which is go down to 640 and do it a couple of times? And here's the thing, and Dice Drawdown, why not go to 1,200? I can start it again right now, or I'm going to play the shooter out. No reason not to go out right now, $1,200. That's what Dan is saying, right? And here is the big conundrum with this strategy, right? With anything, right? Do I go right back out at 1,200 and do it again, right now? New come out roll, or let the 160 play itself out and see what happens, right? This is really tough, right? This is where I struggle with this thing. And I can see the allure of going right back out and doing it again, right? We're not recovered yet. So going right back out now, if I did it, and we can do it, right? I can leave the money out here and just play the shooter through and then start over again after the shooter, right? You only live once, he says, right? Or just reset the whole board and go again. I don't know what the answer is, right? Keep doing it over and over again, or let the shooter play out and then play anew for the next shooter. You know, I don't know. It's a really tough call. I'm not sold yet on what to do. So if you want to see it, we can do it the other way. I'm going to play it out here. These bets are off, by the way. This time, and then I don't know. It's hard. This is very hard to do this kind of thing. But there's a 617 come out. We would have got our ass kicked on that come out there, Dan. No way of knowing that, of course, right? But yeah, do you just recover and reset until you're back to normal again, or just let the whole thing play itself out and then come back again and redo it? And I think part of the system is like, there's another 617. Wow, look at that. All my 7s, by the way, have been 6-1s. Is the answer play the strategy over and over and over again until it works or it doesn't? Or play it like the goal of the strategy is 3 hits and out, or 3 hits and keep playing. And I'm going to play it 3 hits and keep playing. That's a terrible throw. 4-3-7. My God, look at the 7s flying over here. Holy hell. Woo! That's insanity. Absolute insanity. Did that 7 take? I don't think it went in. I don't think that went in. Let me refresh here. Let's see. There it goes. Okay. Wow. Wow. So many 7s right now. Here we go. That was not a good throw. That was a 10 though. 5-5. Hard 10. All right, here we go. You know, ultimately we're playing for opportunity, right? You want to get your paycheck and get out, but every time I've won with this strategy, I've done exactly this. I've got the drawdown to work, and then I played on a okay shooter for a while. There's aces, 1-1. Let it roll, and then if we, I said, bomb the shooter, then I'll restart. Okay. That's a 6-1-7. My God, look at this mess. Look at this mess today. Look at all the 7s, 6-1. Jeez, that's pretty scary. I'm not sure I want to go back out again with all the 7s, but we'll lose the bonus play, which is fine. Now we'll go back out a new 1,200, and we'll see if we can't make her work. There's 2, and there's 10. Let's go. Got our work to do, don't we, today? Huh? Made it hard for us early. I made it hard for us out of the gate today. All right, puck's off. Let's go. New shooter coming out. New shooter coming out. Let's go here. Roll tracker cleared. Let's go. I've been using either the stacked 1 set or the 5 and the 3, which is a cross 6 set. Pretty much whatever comes back to me. I'm trying to avoid what I've been seeing here, which is the landing zone being a mess. It almost doesn't matter what set I'm using if my landing sucks, right? So I think this discussion happened on Joe's show this morning with Duracell 8. If your mechanics aren't perfect, right? If the landing zone isn't the same, if everything's not the same on the toss, the set doesn't matter at all. So it only matters the set if you're doing the same everything else. So since I'm not doing the same everything else, I'm not very good. I'm just trying to work on the mechanics and getting the landings right. So until that really settles in, my set doesn't matter because from throw to throw, the dice do different things. I think that's the reality of dice influence that I think nobody really talks about. Duracell did today. I did it once 2 weeks ago. I got in big trouble for it, but it's the truth. If you aren't consistent with your toss, your set matters not at all. There's a hard 4, new point hard 4, 2-2. And that's just the reality of it. I don't know how else to explain it. That's going to be $100 though. Here's what happens on the 4s and 10s when they're the points at this level. They're going to get pressed up both. I'm not going to collect here. It's almost like that throw didn't count because they don't bring back enough money to make a drawdown make sense. So we're going to sister press the 4 and 10 and come back. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the DI stuff. I'm not, like I said, it's like a pitcher in baseball. If your release is the same and your stride is the same, you can turn the laces in your hand a different way and get a different pitch out of the gate, but your mechanics are all good. This is the same thing. A pitcher trying to change his grip when his release point is different every time, the grip wouldn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Or it just wouldn't. So that's where I am. That's where I am here. All right, here we go. We're on a point of 4. And see, I'm getting all this weird sideways bouncing stuff. I'm just like not very flat all the time. Sometimes it's beautiful. There's a 9, 350 though. We pay $350, which is nice, 350. We'll draw the insides down, leave the 4 and 10 up, okay? And here we go. Level 1. Level 1 got done. That's going to be, let's see, we have 1,000. There's 900 back. 900 back. All right, there's a 4. There's a 1. And let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. My hands are freezing over here. There's a 5-5. That's the sister. So here's why we do it with the 4 and 10. Because they don't make enough money on their own on the first shot to make it. But after the sister press, they do. So that's going to pay $200. Okay? And our second drawdown brings the 4 and 10 down to a quarter. So that 4 and 10 out there at $50 each results in a nice little $350 comeback. I love that with the 4 and 10. All right, there's that. Bring down the insides again. We're going to go down to 220 inside. Take all those greenies like so. I need to take one more green from my rack to get the reds for it. And how's the rack look right now? Well, let's see, there is 900, 1,000. Now we have 1,600 back. So we're 2,600 in the rack, which is awesome. Plus a 220 out top. So we getting there. We're getting there. The 2 run-throughs will recover us almost all the way. Almost all the way. Not quite. Not quite, but we're getting it. All right. 220 in, 50 on the outside. That is going to be a, I can't see it. It's a 6, a 4-2. Sweet. 4-2-6. That's going to pay 75. 4-5. Again, let's bring it down to 160. The rack is going to be in okay shape. There is $200 in greens. And some reds, and what I have here is $700 in the rack. At the front, or $800. The front part of the rack is $800. Okay. If I take the 800 plus the 160 plus 40, guess where I am? Right now, all of that comes back to my rack. We have $5 in profit. We actually worked it all the way back. So I said this the other day, getting it to work twice gets you back to even. So now we're back to even, which is fantastic, right? We're back to having a little bit of profit. And we actually have $5 in profit. Not the rack, but we got $5 in profit. So yay us. Go us, as they say, right? Here we go. Here we go. Didn't take much, right? Didn't take much to get us back. It's that initial come out 7 puts you in such a bad spot, man. It puts you in such a bad place. 4-4, that's a square pair. And by the way, hard 4, hard 10, hard 8 by yours truly. I'll take that. That'll be $35 win on that. Let's take the 6 and 8 together. And you know what? I'm taking the 8 to $42. I'm gonna go to 42. There's 40. I'll take 5. I'll rack a green. I'll go to 42 with it. Let's work our way up to the 204 level and start bringing $50 back. Maybe that works out for us, huh? Here we go. Yeah, the ambient through the garage. It is, I'll tell you what, man, it is so cold anymore. We had this really nice streak of good weather for like 10 days, and I'll tell you what, it's probably 31, 32 outside. It's freaking cold. And I don't know if it does anything to the dice, but I can tell you what, it's doing something to my hands. It's freezing. All right, $35 on that 6. Let's drop $2 and get her to 42 like the 8. Bring that quarter on back. Oh, they kissed. It's an 11. All right, that'll work. That'll work. Not a great toss, but they worked out themselves. 6-5. Chiro. What's left? 2, 3, 12, right? All the hornies for the ATS, huh? Give me a 6 or an 8. Give me an inside number here, huh? What do you think? Let's grab $50 off this frickin' table. Come on. 8. There it is. There's one of them. 5, 3. Okay, $42 on the 8. That pays 50 for 1. I'll drop my penny. I'll take 2 greens, and I'm racking that up. Awesome. The 160 across has now paid for itself. It took a little bit, but it paid for itself. So that's cool. Das is good. Let's just run it up there and make some damn money, huh? What do you think? Arcadies hit a win goal. Awesome. Brian's hopping the hard 6. We got a 3, a 1, 2, 3, ace, deuce. I've not had a 5 yet on the shooter. That's interesting. Let's go, Johnny. That is a 7, 4-3. So we're out on the shooter, but that was a good shooter. I'll take that result. That's okay. We got basically all the way back. We didn't pull this money down, but I'm gonna do a quick rack check. I think we're within about $5 or $10 of being even again, which is pretty nice. I'll take those greens and make them a black chip. I think I'm just about home. We got 900 in the front, so we're at 2940 in the rack. we started with 3,000. So we've worked all the way the hell back, right? Which is a lot of work. I say a lot of work. The drawdown does its thing twice and we're back essentially. And we had a little bit of excess play. I pull that money down. We're up a couple $100, right? Not bad. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go full recovery. Let's go right back out. Now that the shoot is over, reset ourselves. Everything's going to be all right, as they say. Maybe. I don't know. Let's get her done. Puck's off. Dice are coming out. Let's do it. One more sweater. A little pucker up roll right here, huh? Let's do it. Below the hands here. Get them going. Here we go. That looks like a midnight. That sucks. That does nothing for us. 6-6. That didn't take. That's weird. It accepted my 6 by itself. That's goofy. Let's reset that. 6-6. There we go. Did that work? Yeah. Roll Tracker's working better. I did a little update yesterday. Or not yesterday, day before yesterday. So it's working a little bit stronger now in terms of I'm not going to refresh the screen every single time. Here we go. That's better. 6-3-9. 6-3. Niner. All right, that's 350 and the point. Boom. $350 plus half the insides. Spread you out. All right, there's 7. There's 1,000. And there's 600 here. Okay, $1,600 in the rack. Okay. There's a 6, 5-1. The mixer. 5-1. All right, that's going to pay, as you know, 175. We'll do 200 for 25 out of the rack. And we'll bring down the insides one last time to 220. I don't have enough to do it naturally, so we'll do like this. I got to break it 100 up into quarters and nickels. All right, here we go. 220 in, 50 on the outside. There's that. There is our starting bankroll all the way back in place. Oh my God, look at us. We have our $3,000 back. I got 100 and almost $200 in profit. $195 in profit plus what's out there. Hallelujah, right? Talk about fighting back from zero to hero, man. I'm telling you what. That, good session. Oh, Ian's here on the vertical stream. Ian says, it is cold. Mark the Point says vertical looks great. I haven't checked the vertical feed. I don't really check. I sent it up. The only thing about the vertical feed is that the table is that view is so small for the tables. I wish I could do a different camera setup for the verticals instead of sharing my actual feed. We'll get it figured out. Here we go. Point is 9. We got our 2 hits in. Let's go, baby. Let's have a run, huh? 1, 2, 3. 2 horns on this shooter. 2 wasted rolls. Wasted crap rolls. That looks like a hard 10. 5-5, hard 10. Put that in. That's going to pay $50 out here. And again, Any hit we get here, it's fine. Coming down, bringing that down, drawing that all the way back. I'm gonna get color here for the greens and reds that I've got to get a good rack count. So there's 25 in red. There's 75 bucks. That's 100. That's 200 bucks. So I'm gonna bring the blacks back to the rack so we can see where we are, okay? All right, we have 400 bucks now in profit in our rack with those blacks coming back to the rack. We have 400 in profit, plus the 50, plus the 160 that's out there. So guess what we did, folks? We made it. If I bring back, which I will, I'm gonna bring back 50 bucks off the table. That'll be $100. That puts us at our win goal, 500 bucks win goal. We fought back to 500 bucks, which is fan-freaking-tastic, okay? That goes over here. Now, what I got left out here is 110 inside, okay? Totally fine with 110 inside. To play this out, we can do a little spread action right here, but I don't even care about the 110 anymore. We worked our way back to freedom, and I'm pretty happy. So let's go. Let's play the 110 out. We got to win today. And we'll talk about recovery plans in the coffee run. Here we go. Let's just finish it out and see what happens. Right, there's a 6-5 yo. Is that the tall? It might be. No, it's not. We're missing the 8 for the tall. Wow. All right. There's another 10 hard. I'm not on it. Right, we drew down 5-5. We didn't go 96 across. We went 110 inside instead of 96 across this time. I don't know why, but normally I would go across. That's just me being a dumbass. Here we go. Nice and easy, John. Nice and easy. That's better. Aces, 1-1. Boy, all the hard ones are done. All the hard ones are done. All the outsides are gotten. Let's just rock. What do we need? A 3 or 4, 5, and 8. We can do a 4, 5, and an 8. Come on. Come on, John. Let's pop out an ATS here on the way out of this damn thing, huh? What do you think? What do we think? There's a 5. That's one of them. That's one of them. 4-1. Sweet. $35 win. That's awesome. Let's make it look like 35. I'll take the quarter back to my rack. Just going to work an inside play here. Nothing fancy. Might grab an outside number, but for right now, I'm just going to ride the wave of recovery here. There's a 1, 2, 3. Second 3 of the shooter here. Oh, big old kiss. Woof. There's the 4-1, 5. That works, baby. 4-1. I don't have any singles. That pays $49. So we'll do it the old pay it ugly, they say, right? $45, $49. Guess what? That's going to be a 10 and a 4. That's going to be the hard ways. Pay it ugly. I'll still take a quarter back, but we're going to spread the money out a little bit so the ugliness kind of works. And here we go. Here we go. Look at all the pink on the shooter. Look at that pink. It's crazy, right? 12, 3, 11, 2, 3. Ugliness. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. There is the 7. We're done. But that was a way, way successful day. I am super happy with today. I don't like the initial come out 7. Puts you into a spot where you got to play more aggressively and longer than I want to. I hate being at the table for more than a few minutes. But we end up with $555 in profit after all of that, right? And what I'm going to do is log it in twice. We'll log in the initial loss because I think that's important to see that. Let's get out of here. Let me go to the other screen. I'll log it in the way I think we should do it. Let's do the, let's see, is that the screen I want? No, I want this screen. Sorry, this screen. And let's go here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead today. And the first thing that we did was we went in on the 29th. We did the daily paycheck. We did the Dallas Drawdown. Bought in for 3,000. Came out for 1,800. That's our loss, right? It's the bank. It was first throw 7. Okay, save that. Now we went back and said let's try and recover it. And so the recovery pattern was this. Again, daily paycheck. Again, it was a Dallas Drawdown, and we bought in for 1,800 and cashed out 3,555 from the bank. So it's basically like session 2 of the day. So we tried it again. 2 good runs, actually 3 good runs. 3, and here's what we got to talk. 3 good runs. So we end up being okay at the end of the day here. But here's the deal. So this is going to show up here as if I refresh the screen. It's going to show us up at 7 and 3, right? We got a loss and a win in the same day. Think about this though, and I think this is really something to mull over. And I don't know how to log this out, but let me go back to the other screen. We had the loss out of the gate. Then to get it back, to earn the loss back and be back in profit, we played 1,200, we played 1,200, and we played 12. We 3 times today, right? 2 times to get even, 1 time to get ahead. That's why we're ahead, right? Technically speaking, if you think of it that way, today you're 3 and 1 today. Like the YOLO style here, we got burned once, we made it work 3 times. It ends up being a single win in the end, but the move itself worked 3 out of 4 times today, which is good. Overall, like I said, if you don't have the initial come out 7, that looks like $2,000 in wins, right? Three back-to-back wins. You log it as a single win because it was all part of one session, but ultimately that move worked 3 times today and it failed once. That's not a bad ratio. The problem is we were down when we started it, so with those 3 wins count as one conjoined win. So it's interesting, right? I mean, ultimately we end up in the same spot, right? But yeah, 3 times it worked, 1 time it failed. That's about right. It should actually fail about 1 out of 4 times, right? Or actually 1 out of 6 times. But ratio-wise, we're doing good. I'm okay with that. Let's call it. Let's get out of here. Let's celebrate the recovery win, and I'll see you for the coffee run in a few minutes. Bye, y'all. God bless everyone. Thanks.